welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, I became disabled 4 years ago after finding out that I had hypermobility spectrum disorder. I mean, technically I knew a little bit before I got the diagnosis because my shoulders were dislocating, but when it started affecting my knees and hips, that's when it became a little bit more problematic. And ever since then, I've been using mobility aids. Now, a lot of people have asked me questions on advice for getting their first canes. I am not a physical therapist, I am not a doctor, but I do have strong opinions on what makes a good first cane, so I'm gonna do a little deep dive into that. I do have a small collection of canes, but for today's video, I'm gonna be using this cane that I bought for a friend. Because my friend said that she needed a cane, but she didn't really know where to start. So I'm gonna break down why I chose this cane. Let me just take it out of the bag real quick. First of all, as you can see, this cane is collapsible. I don't think this is necessarily a requirement to look for in canes, but I do think it's nice if you do travel frequently, because you can literally just fold it up and stick it in your bag. Let me just pop off the Velcro here so I can show you some other features. Now, this is a feature I feel very strongly about. Look for a cane that's adjustable. There are a lot of canes that are not adjustable, but they're not one size fits all. You have to make sure it's the right measurements for your height. If they're the right measurement for your height, but then you wear a pair of tall shoes, it's not going to be the right height anymore. So having a cane that's height adjustable makes life a lot easier if you want to wear high heels, because then you can adjust it to your height accordingly. Another feature I look out for, and I wasn't aware of this until more recently when I got a cane with this, cushioned handles. Game changer. My first few canes had wooden handles, and I thought they were fine, but then I got a cane with a padded handle. I can't go back. This is significantly better. But one thing that I thought was very cool about this cane is that it came with an extra ferrule. Ferrule? I feel like I'm struggling to pronounce that correctly today, but it's this thing. Now, I don't have any opinions on which one is better, mostly because I have never tried this one, but I like that it came with options. I would recommend, though, if you live somewhere that gets like very icy and very snowy, you might want to invest in some hurricane tips, or are they called tornado tips? It's one of the two. Anyway, invest in some of those. They're not slip, they've got mad shock absorption. I'm fairly certain they're indestructible, but yeah, I like that this one came with options. I also love canes that come with wrist straps. I've seen a few that don't, and I think that's bullshit, because, like, you're not gonna drop it. If you need to put your cane down for something, it's not gonna fall down. Also, you can put fun little keychains on this part. Let's talk a little bit about the design I chose here, because as you can see, it's plain black metal, which seems to go against everything I believe in, considering all of my mobility aids at the moment are pink. But I wanted my friend's first cane to be something versatile, because my first cane had rainbow polka dots, and I hated it. It went with nothing. I still stand by it. It's an ugly cane. Also, going back to the adjustable cane thing, I don't think that those seat canes are very good. I don't recommend them. I don't like them. They're also a tripping hazard if you need to go upstairs. I don't think they're a good cane. But anyway, I went with this so my friend's first cane could be versatile. If she wants to paint it, she can paint it. If she wants to cover it in duct tape, she can cover it in duct tape. Or she can keep this one basic and then add more to her collection. Canes are fairly inexpensive compared to other mobility aids. Also, my friend wears a lot of black. She looks good in black. This is gonna match everything. Obviously, when you're picking out your own mobility aids, you can pick whatever color you want. The first cane I picked out for myself was rose gold with mermaid scales, and I love that cane. My current one is black with cherry blossoms, and I love that one even more. It's because of the cushioned handle. And I customized it with a matching frog keychain and a little cherry blossom keychain. These are so easy to customize. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say on this subject. But real quick, as I mentioned earlier, I am not a licensed physical therapist or a doctor. I'm a musician who sews frog plushies for a living at the moment, so I do not feel comfortable giving advice on how to properly walk with a cane. Please be vigilant doing your research to make sure how to properly adjust it for your height and how to properly walk with it, because having it at the incorrect height and walking with it incorrectly will lead to further damage, and you don't want that. Personally, I learned from physical therapists on YouTube and then followed up with physical therapists in person to make sure that I was doing everything correctly, and I was, thankfully. Now I think I've given you all the advice that I have. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe so you can see more of my shenanigans, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!